All right, Jack, a lot of BYU fans are excited about you specifically as a newcomer on this BYU defense. So for those that have not seen you play football, how would you explain your game and your style of play?
I would try to say that I have versatility. I can come off the edge, but I also have the speed to play inside, cover sideline to sideline, and then also man cover some tight ends and running backs out of the backfield.
Okay, so I love the word versatility. I feel like Jay Hill thrives with that, and especially at linebacker. So if there were a linebacker in the league that you try and emulate and that versatility, who would it be?
Ooh, that's tough. I like Fred Warner's game a lot. I also have been really liking Patrick Queen. And Dre Greenlaw. So there's kind of like three. They're like versatility, super fast, kind of do it all guys.
A couple of 49ers in there, and a Fred Warner reference will never hurt BYU fans. How do you feel like you are adapting to BYU's style of defense? I know that it's your former defensive coordinator and head coach in Jay Hill, but how are things the same and how are they different?
I'd say they're the same, just like the playbook overall is the same expectation. Coach Hill set that standard up at Weber, and he's brought it over here. So standard's the same. He expects the same of us. The difference is, I'd say, is that we're a little more – we play from depth a little more here, so that allows for the backside backers to make more plays. But then also they can come downhill and make plays on the front side when they need to as well.
How do you feel about the prospect of playing in the Big 12 for the first time in a Power 5 conference for you individually for the first time?
I'm super excited for that. Obviously, FBS football is going to be another step, but I'm excited. Hopefully I can make an impact on this team, and I'm excited to see what we can do.
What are the linebackers, or who are the linebackers around you that have impressed you since you've come over?
All of them, to be honest. The young guys have been asking questions, not afraid of anything. They've been in the playbook, asking, coming in the mornings, just all different types of things. And then the older guys, too, they've been helping me. I've been helping them, so it's been a good group of guys to be around.
Spring football is always interesting because, you want the practices, you want to get better, but sometimes guys aren't available. Others are coming off surgeries and getting healthy. So with that said, where do you feel like this team from day one of spring football to where you are now has improved the most?
I would just say with the younger guys, because they've been able to see us get reps, and then they've been getting reps, so that's been able to help them. We had some dings and stuff, so then they've been getting more reps, so they've been able to improve quite a bit.
Where do you see yourself? You mentioned you can play a lot of different positions, but where will home base be for you as a linebacker?
I think outside. I'm going to be playing outside, so then I can still rush off the edge when I need to.
What's that linebackers room like with Ben Bywater? And he's one of those guys that's coming back from injury, right? Like with him there and some other vets in there, what's the linebacker room like right now?
Very competitive. We're pushing each other to be as best as we can. We all know that we're trying to get on the field, so no matter what, we're going to strive to improve each and every day, and then that ultimately leads to all of us getting better.
Clearly, Jay Hill had a huge part in recruiting you to BYU. You had other options. You've been great at Weber State. Why, aside from Jay Hill, was BYU the right place for you?
Close to home. I like to think that my family's going to be able to make it to the games and be able to support. Coach Anna was a big deal, too. He recruited me a little bit out of high school, so I got to know him. And then just talking with some of the players on the visit and stuff, they all told me what the environment was like, and I really liked that.
Okay, now that you're here, has what they said the environment be like lived up to what they said, or how has it been different?
A lot more competitive and on your butt about things. But overall, it's been the same. They told us it's going to be family environment, do things right, and you'll be fine, and just stuff like that.
Jack Kelly is with us on BYU Sports Nation, BYU linebacker. Where do you feel like BYU football needs to get better the most before the games officially kick off in late August?
I think we can improve just continuing to gel as one unit, just continuing to grow our relationships in each position group and throughout the position group so that we're not just separated. And I think that's coming along very well, and hope to continue to see it grow.
Everyone uses motivation different ways. Expectations are always a hot topic. The expectations for BYU football will be understandably low based on last season. So how do you approach that when people are like, maybe it's a 4 or 5 win football team?
I prefer that. I like the underdog story. I think everyone will like an underdog story. So we just approach it the same way we would as if they were expecting us to get 10 wins. We're going to come in every day ready to work and continue to do that every day.
You're playing for Jay Hill again. What's your favorite part about playing for a guy who is super intense and demands a lot from his players?
Just the standard he sets. He knows what he expects from us, and we have to keep that standard, and that's going to ultimately make us the best players that we can be.
This team was looking for like an outspoken leader last year in basically every position group. Where do you fall into that category in terms of being a leader? Because you are a veteran by nature of your experience.
So I'm obviously a soft-spoken guy, but I'm trying to get better at that. I've been talking more and trying to get more talkative and be a better leader for them.
Do you have any go-to phrases that like get you going? Like, or maybe like, I don't know if it's music or a phrase or something. What are the things that like help you snap into the game?
I think some things is like a quote that I've heard. I don't know who said it. It's like, if not me, then who? So like, if I'm not gonna do it, someone's gonna do it. So I obviously want to try to be in that role.
I love it. Okay, we'll finish with this. Just a couple of quick hitters. Outside of football, what are you passionate about, hobbies or otherwise?
Growing up, I raced BMX. So from the time I was like 4 years old till time I was 15 and started football in high school, I was a BMX racer.
I heard this from somebody, and they said you never lost, Jack. Like, you were, like, dominant in BMX. So, like, would you get back into the game if ever presented an opportunity riding bikes?
Yeah, I would like to. I miss it here and there, but hopefully football can take me a long way. And then at the end of that, I can get back on the bike.
Okay. Is this, like just straight racing, or are we talking tricks, aerial stuff on the BMX bikes? Like, what's involved there?
So it's on a track, and it's racing, not much tricks involved. It's like a 45-second lap, and then you just go as hard as you can for that 45 seconds.
Can you state with confidence that you would clearly just destroy every other member of your football team in a BMX race?
I would like to say so.
Okay, people don't know. These things are expensive too, right? Like, just to give people an idea, high-level BMX bike, like a racing bike, what's that going to run you?
Oh, probably upwards of like $5,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it can get pretty expensive for sure.
Do you still have a BMX bike somewhere hanging in your house somewhere?
I actually have saved all my BMX frames from the time I was 4, and then I have the last BMX bike that I raced. So I still have that one built up right here and there.
That's outstanding. Okay, well, needless to say, like, you've risen to high levels of competition on many fronts. He's a man of many talents. The BMX racer Jack Kelly. We'll find a picture. Like, we got a good team. We're gonna find some pictures, man. Thanks for the time.
Thank you so much for having me.